Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Gems, the podcast where you get all the tools that you need for your epic glow up. Wherever you are, relax, whip up a delicious treat, and let's talk. First and most important of all, what do I mean by glow up? Now, I know some of you Gen Z listeners may be rolling your eyes at me and thinking, well, duh, it's the transformation. It's the change where you go from ugly duckling to the swan that slays. And yes, you are correct. But what I want to focus on with this podcast is a holistic glow up. So that means we're not just going to be touching on the physical, but also the mental, emotional, and for some of us, even the spiritual aspects of glow up. So let me share you my story. What I thought was the worst thing in my life that could ever happen, happened. I had a rocky relationship with my family, and during this time, I was studying abroad in Japan and dreaded the idea of going home because Japan was my escape to reality. I did not know what to do after senior year and was fearing the idea of failure after college. The man whom I loved so much at that time chose to be with another woman. And to make things worse, that man was also my best friend. Talk about hitting two birds with one stone, right? In my opinion, it was the peak of my ugly duckling era, and I absolutely hated looking at myself in the mirror. I spent so many years in my misery, wallowing in self-pity, not accomplishing anything until I realized just how unhappy and unaccomplished my life was. But it all starts with awareness, right? And then it hit me. I needed to change. I needed to stop the self-pity and the negativity. And I'm going to be completely transparent with you. It was not easy. It was extremely difficult, and it took me about 7 years. But here I am today, 7 years later. I lost 28 pounds, and for those of you outside of the US, that is about 12.7 kilos. I was successful in my work abroad. I get complimented for my clear skin and my smile, and more and more and more. But I don't want to just highlight the physical or outward effects of my glow up. I believe that transformation starts from within. And even I didn't realize and completely internalize this fact until halfway through my transformation journey. Now, I want you to think of your house. You can focus on and spend all the money you want on renovations, painting walls, installing the finest fixtures, furnishing it with whatever style, whether modern, gothic, whatever kind of furniture you want, even changing the flooring. But it's meaningless if the foundation isn't well built. If your foundation is shaky, then everything else will crumble. And just like how a sturdy house relies on a strong foundation, your lasting transformation requires you to start with your heart and your mind. So, let me ask you these questions. Are you happy with all aspects of your life right now? Do you love yourself? If you answered yes to both of these questions, then congratulations. You have a wonderful life, and I genuinely hope that it stays that way. And if you answered no to any of these questions, then congratulations. You've reached the first step of your glow up, and that is awareness. It's hard to admit that you don't love yourself, but promise me from here on out that you will learn how to love yourself, even with all of the flaws that you have. I mean, after all, you can't really work on someone or something that you don't like, right? Okay, not without a salary or something putting pressure on you, but nonetheless, it's not sustainable. So, don't know how to love yourself? That's okay. There are many paths and help you can get to learn how to do so. But just so you know, you could also continue listening to this podcast. Just remember that as you go through your journey, that learning how to love yourself is one of the most important parts of a holistic transformation. So, that's it for this episode. I really hope that you liked this first episode of Gems. Stay tuned for next week's episode, and don't forget to be a better you. See ya!